the Minnesota Wild podcast, presented by Acrisure.
What did you see that you liked today?
I thought we had good. I just like the pace and the execution. I think guys are excited to get back at it. We've had a couple days now, a day off, good practice day, and now back at it.
Trenton, he's not ready.
He will not play tonight.
Getting
there.
Does that mean Gons is in?
Yes.
And what can you tell us about Gons?
Well, he's one of the things we really like about him right now is he's got good experience. I think he's a guy that's been able to. He's got good size. I think he plays the game north and direct. He's versatile where he can play center and wing. So we're going to start him on the wing, but he also is better in the face-off circle. He does add a penalty kill potential player for us in that situation. So he's a guy that the style of player and the type of guy that we targeted this summer. To be able to push to try to make the team in training camp. But if he didn't make the team, then he would be in the situation he's in now, where we feel like we have a guy that can come up in our lineup and help us win games.
Come up a hat trick too, I think, a few days back.
Yeah, he's been playing well as of late. I think the team's playing a lot better, but he's been a big part of that. So it's nice. I think when you can get guys coming up when they're playing well and they're playing confident.
Anything new with Gus at all?
Eck and Gus, are they starting to progress?
Ecky's skating right now. I don't have a specific timeline on him. Gus did some stuff this morning, so I'm still waiting the feedback on that for him.
Still, you think day to day?
He is, yeah. They have not ruled either way. It's basically with Gus, it's been day to day. Like, hey, did he respond to this? Okay, let's increase this. How does he respond to that? Let's see how he feels the next morning. Let's push it.
The weekend.
Possible.
So he did stuff on ice today, then, not just in the gym.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
With Flower starting today, going back to his last start, the glove save he made is one maybe you see once a year. For a hockey team, changing momentum and getting the bench going, when a guy makes a save like that, basically pulls the puck out of that, how much does it matter?
It matters a lot. I think, as you said, I think it brings an energy to the building. It brings an energy to the team. The guy back there, he's ready. He's ready to go tonight because he has come up with a big save early, and that I think ignites the team. And it's always comforting when you know that the guys in the pipes are ready or they're playing well and they're confident. It feeds through the team, and that's what he did that night.
Can you take much out of that game in October when you beat Florida, even though it's two months later? Can you take any of that and use it tonight?
Yeah, I think there's some tactical things. Teams don't necessarily change their identities too much throughout the season. Sometimes there'll be some tactical things. There'll be, our lineup's very different. Their lineups will be different than what it was. You take those things into consideration, and then also I just think you do want to come back to some recent games, that they've played and just kind of match things up from the last time we played them till tonight's game. So you kind of shop and compare and then pick the best things, I think, out of both situations.
How much you gotten to know Maurice over the years, just kind of being in the same kind of coaching circle?
Yeah, Paul's he's a great coach, but he's one of the guys that's been more experienced in the league. And when I was a younger coach coming up and getting into the league and getting my feet wet, he was always a guy that was, you see him at the coaching, at the draft, or you run into him when you're playing against each other. Personal guy. He's one of these guys that I think anybody in the league could call if they have questions or whatnot. And he's a guy that's done it for a long time. He's done it the right way, and he's found a way to win. So I got a lot of respect for him.
Are coaches more collaborative now than maybe when you started in the league in terms of being more willing to share stuff and kind of help each other out? Then I think.
Yeah, I think the NHL Coaches Association has helped that. Where you understand that it is a highly competitive business that we're in, and I think when you're in season and you're competing against each other, there's probably certain guys that everybody would call. You're not randomly calling guys about this situation because of the schedules and I think the competitiveness of the business. But in the off season, we realize you need each other. Whether it's how do you deal with these situations that are with your team or a manager or owner or contract. Everyone is willing to share information and help each other because it's on the other side of it is a hard business, and there's only a certain few guys that are doing it every year, and you're all kind of in the same situation. So it's been a nice support network, starting with the NHLCA, and I think all the guys have bought into that and are willing to share and help each other out.
back to John's for a second. We've talked about the importance of face-offs and getting better in that area. Is he maybe a guy you can use as a face-off specialist when you got a key defensive zone draw or something like that?
Yeah, I think there's certainly an opportunity for that with his skill set and what he's done. I think it always gets tricky in those. You want to see the game match, right? Because if you win the face-off, it's great. If you don't, is it the right situation for the player to play in? But that is one of the things that we're looking for. Obviously, he's going to start on the wing tonight, but that doesn't mean you can't take face-offs on your line or give him some opportunities if it presents himself to get him in the face-off circle.
Thank you.
Good. All right. Thanks guys.
See you tonight.
See you a little later.
For an extraordinary advantage in sports, you need a game plan. For an extraordinary advantage everywhere else, all you need is Acrisure. With a high-tech human approach to insurance, cybersecurity, and more, Acrisure helps you take care of what you care about. That makes winning easy. See what Acrisure's extraordinary advantage can do for you at Acrisure.com.